YouTube. So, hi, I'm Anna.
Mark,
Maybe lift up your little camera here. Hi.
Ah.
So we're doing a simultaneous broadcast here from the Verba headquarters, which is also my kitchen. So we are here again after lots of you said how much you enjoyed last week's singer feedback, and because we still owe you some feedback from the last giveaway. So what we're doing today is we're going to look at 5 new singers that we haven't seen before, audience members who have asked for some feedback. They've been very brave to put themselves out there to ask for feedback on their technique, on their performances, and so we are here as a community to give our feedback to those very brave people. Now remember, this is a safe environment, so if you have any suggestions for the people who are up there singing, please keep it pleasant and constructive. No nastiness will be acceptable. This is a safe environment. Everyone is trying to improve, so let's keep it nice, okay? If you particularly want to get involved, I know a lot of you after the last feedback session were like, how can I get feedback? How can I get feedback? There are 3 options for you, so I'll just tell you now, it saves me messaging everyone individually. 3 options. You can either be a patron of our channel. So our patrons are very generous. They help support the channel, support the growth of the channel, and they donate small amounts every month, and by doing that they also get rewarded. And they can have private feedback. So if you would like some feedback but you're not keen to do it in front of everybody, which is fair enough, then consider becoming a patron and you can get some private feedback from me and have continuous support each month. You could always wait for the next giveaway. I'm not sure when the next one will be. It kind of depends on our schedule, but we will do another feedback giveaway at some point in the year, so you could wait for that and enter when you see that notification come up. So make sure you have subscribed and press the notification bell so you don't miss out on that opportunity. Or of course, if any of you want to get involved in a super chat, then we will, anyone who gives us a super chat will get mentioned in the next feedback session, which will be next Tuesday. So if you want to do a super chat, if you don't know what super chat is, it's live here now on YouTube, not on Facebook. On YouTube, in your comment section, there's a little $sign. So if you want to make a small donation, if you really appreciate what we do, and if you make a donation, that will flash up to us, we'll make a note of you, and then we'll communicate with you. You send us a video and we'll use it next time for that feedback video. Okay, so I'll just make a note, see if anyone puts themselves forward for that. We'll keep that.
We do have an Instagram.
Do we have an Instagram? Yes, so Sienna, hi. Yes, we have an Instagram. I'm trying as much to put interesting stuff up on there, but it's quite new, so we'd love to have you following us. We've only got about 130 followers, 133 maybe. So it's just Verba_vocal_technique. So come and join us there. We'd love you to join us. So we have one person with us on Facebook. Hello, who are you? What's your name? Where are you watching from? Who else have we got here? We've got Georgie, hi. We've got someone here from India. Hi, if you're watching from India, awesome. Yes, we have Twitter as well. Our Twitter handle, I'm not sure what it is, but if you look at any of our other videos in the description, there's always links to all our social media. Yes, we're reading the live chat now. YouTube name. Hello everyone, hi Anna, hi Mark, how are you guys? Are you having a good day? Yes, thank you, we are having a good day. We have been filming day 7 of your weekly singing program. So that means that by next Monday you will have the complete singing program. How exciting. And the singing program is so that you have one video for every day of the week and you repeat that over and over again so that you don't get bored doing exactly the same exercises every day, but you get a good all-rounded exercise throughout the week for your voice, for all different aspects of your voice. So we've just done day 7, which we're very excited about. It's a little bit different and we hope you enjoy it. It wasn't silly at all. No. We promise. Hello, Sherilyn, hi. From Connecticut. Cincinnati in Ohio. Hi.
Ohio.
Oh, I know a good song that has Ohio in it. Nice Jason Robert Brown song. Fantastic. Okay.
Procrastinating is fine.
Yes, procrastinating is fine.
We'll do it.
Do you think you could teach operatic techniques? Yes, of course. We do have a video that kind of touches a little bit on operatic, and that's day 1 of the 7-day program. Okay, so I'll just do a few more comment responses and then we'll get on to our first singer feedback video. So, I don't know why it cracks more than before. Oh, okay, so if you have problems with cracking, so cracking is just your larynx, your muscles adjusting. If you're cracking, it's because your muscles don't quite know how to deal with the difference in pressures and the different vocal setup. So cracking is not a bad thing, it's your voice learning. Okay, everyone seems to be scared of cracking, but you shouldn't be scared of it, you should embrace it and work through it. So all I would say is continue with the exercises. Don't worry that you're cracking now, it's just potentially that you're using more strength, more support, and your voice just isn't used to that. And so the muscles are just strengthening up and getting used to dealing with it. So don't panic for now. If you find it becomes a problem over the next few months, it continues or gets worse, then potentially go and see a teacher face to face so that you can get some one-to-one advice so they can see exactly what's happening with you. Okay. All right, guys, I think it's time to have a look at the first video. So remember what I said? Only constructive criticism, please. Only niceness. This is a safe environment, okay? So the first lady we're going to be looking at is the lovely Ali Hoffman. Ali is singing Reaper from Sia. We're not going to play all of them because we have to keep this short because we have lots more videos to film before the end of the day. And yes, without further ado, should we have a listen to Ali? Okay, so let's turn this around. How do I do it? This one. Here we go. Okay, Ali, you're up.
Rolled down, thought that I would drown. Hope that I've been found, for I hit the ground. Sun right at the corner of my eyes. Hey, saw you creeping, saw you sneaking in the shadows gone. I feel so strong. Saw you at the corner of my eyes. Don't come for me today. I'm feeling good, I'm safe for it. Don't come for me today. I'm feeling good, I remember when a reaper, you came to take me away. So close I was to heaven's gates. But no baby, not today. Oh, you tried to track me down. You found me like the darkest cloud. But no baby, not today. Oh, Reaper. Oh, no baby, not today. Oh, Reaper. Oh, no baby, not today.
Okay, thank you, Ali. So Ali's question to us was, how does she rid herself of tension? So she feels very tense when she's singing. Well, for a start, with everybody, I know when we do our videos and I'm teaching, I'm generally in a sitting position. And that is literally because we don't do a video in one take. If any of you have sat to the end of our videos, we sometimes put outtakes at the very end to show you a lot of the silliness that goes on when we're trying to make the videos. So sometimes one exercise video can take us a good hour to film because we are terrible gigglers. And so I sit purely because I get tired legs when we're doing a filming day. So Ali and everybody else watching, when you are practicing your singing, it's advisable that you're standing. So if you're in a sitting position, you're relaxing a lot of your body, what's going to happen is your voice is going to rely on this section, your throat, your shoulders, to support the voice. So you're going to start getting very tense here. So you want to stand up, make sure your whole body is involved in voice production and that you've got a nice alignment. Remember, it should be ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the arches of the feet. So really good posture so that you then can control and have a good sense of the tension in your body. Another thing that you can do, Ali, is if you're starting to feel tense here when you're singing, is to literally like sing doing head rolls, sing doing shoulder rolls. Take your arms back in a circular motion, not Marco. Take your arms back in a circular motion while you're singing. If you find that you're getting tense in terms of breath, you can do things like swinging your body side to side like this while keeping your hips still. Mark, if you just hold that for me, I'll show them. Get you like cameraman. Can I do it? So if you stand like this, can you see me? If you stand like this and you swing like this as you're singing, oh, back crack. It then helps to release the tension, or you do stuff like this while you're singing. You literally can't hold tension here in your shoulders when you're swinging your arms like that. Or just make sure you're doing neck rolls to release tension if you've got tension in the neck. Or massaging, literally massaging the jaw and dropping the jaw when you're singing to release tension there. Thank you, Mark. So that's one thing you can do, Ali. Now, to be honest, I didn't hear much tension in the voice. No. Someone said you have a lovely vibrato, which you do.
Sick camera skills.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you. He's multi-talented. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, your vibrato. So your vibrato, you do have great vibrato. One thing I would say though is sometimes I think it's a little overactive. So try to relax. It's always a good thing to do as a singer is to practice singing with vibrato and singing without vibrato. Because in some cases, vibrato is not necessary. Like in some pop songs, it's best not to have it. And if you're a musical theatre performer, in some shows, they don't want you to have it. For example, Mamma Mia. Mm-hmm. I auditioned for Mamma Mia in the West End, and one of their biggest notes for the audition was no vibrato. So I had to go in and sing songs with no vibrato. Now, if you've never sang without vibrato before, if you've always had a natural vibrato when you sing, cutting it out is really hard. So always try to practice with and without. What else? Ali, you're also doing a lot of clavicular breathing, which may be leading to this tension that you're feeling. And when I say clavicular breathing, I mean breathing like this. So you see my chest is going up. And what's happening is actually making me out of breath. I'm not getting a good deep breath when I breathe up here, and also it makes everything here tense. It helps to rise the larynx, which is fine if you're belting, but generally you want to get used to dropping the breath down and using the diaphragm more, relaxing these muscles around here. So be aware of this chest movement. Try to breathe without moving your chest, okay? So Melissa says, I have a natural vibrato, and when I try to stop, I go flat. This is another thing with vibrato. So vibrato is a modulation, isn't it, between a couple of notes. And the way why it's great is because if you are slightly pitchy, if you add vibrato, it makes you sound like you're fine, you're in tune. But as soon as you stop the vibrato, then you might be slightly off half a tone or a full tone off. So it's better to practice without vibrato so that you know you're pitch perfect. Now the last 7 day program video we released, which was day 6, actually is about ear training, pitching and interval jumps. So that's one, if you struggle with pitching when you stop your vibrato, that's a good one for you to focus on. So that's day 6. What else did I want to say? Oh, Ali, the last piece of advice for you is you've got a beautiful higher head voice. It's lovely, it's really sweet, nice tone, but I want you to work more on your strong voice. I want you to have more options. I feel like you're a bit stuck in your head voice. So I want you to work more on your belt, work more on your mix and just a new twang, just so you have more options to put some stronger tones in there and to build up that strength. Okay, but thank you, Ali. Thank you for getting involved. As soon as this video is done, what I'm going to do is add the links to everyone's channels in the description box. But it's Ali Hoffman. If you want to go and check her channel out right now, it's Ali Hoffman. I'll just show you very quickly so you can see that. Ali Hoffman. Go and check her out. So thank you for getting involved there, Ali. Let me bring you back. Hi. Great. Okay, so let's have a look at some comments. Have we got any comments there on? Everyone's quiet on Facebook. Our 8 followers on Facebook are very quiet. Okay, what else do we have? Melissa. Great, Melissa. Yes, go and check that video out and make use of that. That will help you. Good. Melissa agrees with us that Ali's higher notes are nice. Thank you. So some of you are asking us to check your YouTube channels. Remember, as I said at the beginning, we're happy to help you out, guys, but we get so many requests that the best thing to do is either wait for the next giveaway, which will be announced probably maybe in a few months from now. Then you'll enter that and we'll add you to a feedback session. You can become a patron. You can just donate any amount. It doesn't matter how big, how small. If you donate and support the channel, we'll support you. So if you want private feedback, we'll do that for patrons. Or if you want to use the super chat function here and do a one-off donation, it doesn't matter how much. It could be $1. And then we'll add you to the next feedback session. We need all the support we can get. Hello, Ajit, how are you? Good, okay, please help. I have a music test coming up soon. Worries, panics, needs help.
Write the answers on your hand.
Yeah, don't panic. If you have exams or tests or live performances, then don't panic. Panicking is the worst thing you can do. Marcus, do you give individual singing lessons, and if so, how much would the cost be? I'm based in central London. Marcus, send me a private message on Facebook is probably the best bet. So Verba Vocal, or it might be just Verba. Hang on, what is our Facebook? Here we go, it's here.
Verba lessons.
Verba lessons. If you type in Verba lessons to Facebook, come and find me there, send me a message and we'll discuss it. How to get a voice like Shawn Mendes.
Be Shawn Mendes.
Remember, everyone's voice is unique.
That's what I meant. It's a really sarcastic way of saying.
Everyone's voice is unique, so as much as you can have a similar... Have we done a Shawn Mendes song?
We haven't.
How to sing like? No, I don't think...
I haven't. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe have a look through our video archives. I'm not sure if I have done a Shawn Mendes. Yeah, don't try to be like anyone else. Explore the strengths of your own voice and exploit that. Work on your weaknesses as well, but be proud to be yourself and have your own sound. It's the most important thing. Is vocal accuracy sometimes affected by vibrato, and how can one strengthen that? So Sherilyn, that's exactly what we've said to Melissa. Yes, vocal accuracy can be affected by vibrato because of the modulation. The best way to strengthen that is to practice sometimes without vibrato and doing videos like our ear training and intervals. Day 6 of the weekly singing program is a great one for that. Okay, I think it's time to have a look at somebody else. So let me just have a quick look here. We have, am I going to say this right? Akshay Kumar. So Akshay wants to is a YouTuber and wants to succeed on YouTube, as we all do. And he also wants to improve his vocal strength. So we're going to have a listen to him now. He's going to be singing the Justin Bieber song, Baby. So let's get you on there. Okay, thank you. So that's Ash Kumar. So if you like to go and check out his channel, he's got lots of other videos there. So hello, lovely. Right, so Ash K, the first thing we're going to say to you is the guitar.
Yeah.
Ash K, your guitar is out of tune, and so you do have a few pitching issues. I say that with all kindness and love and support, but I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit pitchy. It's a bit out of tune. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't correct this easily. When I first got to the Royal Academy of Music, which is where I trained as a singer, I was shocked to get in because everyone was so nasty to me about my voice. And they said, oh, you're out of tune, you're always singing out of tune, you're horrible, you can't sing, you sound like a cat being strangled. This was the stuff that people were saying to me all the time, whenever I sang. Then I got into the Royal Academy of Music and I was like, oh, everyone was obviously wrong, I've obviously got a good voice. I went to have my first singing lesson, and my singing teacher, who had been there at my audition and who had heard me do my first song when I first arrived at the academy, we sat in our singing lesson, we did an hour together, and at the end he said, I'm not being mean, but how did you get in? And I was like, what? He said, you sing flat all the time. You sing a semitone under all the time. And for me, it was just a slight adjustment that I needed to make. So I went from there being completely shot down and singing flat all the time, but not realizing it, to then being told, adjusted, and then working as a professional singer from then on. So I tell you this so that you can address it. Now, the guitar, I think, is probably one of the biggest reasons that you sing out of tune. So get the guitar tuned properly. There are little things you can clip to your guitar now to make sure it's tuned up nicely. You set it to, I don't know how you do it, but you ping a string and it'll tell you if it's off or on and tell you what you need to do. So get your guitar sorted out first of all. Then I would suggest taking a guitar away completely and doing singing exercises, ear training exercises without an instrument, because I think there's so much going on that you're not really hearing clear tone. You're not hearing clear tone at all. So that's my biggest bit of advice to you. Otherwise, I think you have a nice voice. I think you're doing some really great things with your voice. I like it. So just sort out the pitching and then maybe come back to us at a later date and we can have a listen. I really look forward to that. Okay, do you have anything to say?
No, that's it. Just tune the guitar. It's good. I mean, the tone is great. You've got a good pop sound. It's just about tuning is just
the tuning is off. Cool. Okay, so thank you, Ash K, or Akshay, sorry, Akshay. Do we have anything we want to respond to here? Yes, Danny says, out of criticism comes great things. Look at MJ's Thriller album. Thank you for the support there, Danny. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for all your comments. How to get a voice like Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez. I have actually done a couple of how to sing like videos covering, I think I've done Ariana, yeah I have, and Taylor Swift. So you can have a look through the video archives to have a look for those. I haven't done Selena Gomez. I love singing, it's my life. Can you help me by giving me some tips how to increase my vocal quality? Practice. Yeah. Practice.
It's never the answer people want.
No, unfortunately, it just takes a lot of time and hard work. Can I show you my vocals? I'd love to get your feedback. Yeah, guys, like I've mentioned before, there's 3 options for getting involved. Patreon, Super Chat, or waiting for the next giveaway. Okay, so let's have a look at the next person. It's very hot in here, isn't it?
It's a little warm today.
Should I open the door?
If you want, yeah.
If you handle that camera, make some nice faces at everyone while I just open the door.
What's the straw method?
Huh?
What do we think about the straw method? What's that?
Ask me to explain it.
What's the straw method?
I have heard of people using straws.
How to sing? Can we do a video on how to sing like Anna? Yeah, we can do that. I'll do how to sing like Anna.
How to sing like Anna?
Yeah, perfect voice.
Well, first of all, you have to get a red top. You have
It's
to wear red. You have to wear red.
Camera.
Okay, so the next person that we're going to hear singing is another lady. How do I say this name?
Driddy.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Driddy, oh, I was showing you my ceiling. Driddy Sabrina, we're going to be having a listen to you singing Your Heart is as Black as Night. So let's have a listen. Da, 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 da. Take it away, Driddy.
Your eyes may behold the story I'm told. Your heart is as black as night. Your lips may be sweet, so I can compete. But your heart is as black as night. I don't know, came along such a perfect time. But if I let you hang around, I'm bound to lose my mind. 'Cause your hands will be strong, the feeling's so wrong. Your heart is black, your heart.
Okay, thank you. So that's Driddy. And, oh, no, let me show you the channel, Dy Sabrina. So remember, when I do this video, I will add all of those links into the description box. So, Mark.
Yes. The main thing is your larynx is quite depressed.
It's a
not
depressed larynx.
not emotionally depressed. Your larynx is too low.
Yeah, so you'll know if, well, you can physically feel it actually. If you put your fingers onto your throat, you'll feel where your larynx is. And if you go, oh, like you're yawning, you'll feel the big lump move down. Oh, that's a depressed larynx, and it gives you that sound, which some people use as a stylistic choice. It's not a bad thing necessarily. Our concern is that that's how you might sing all the time. So if you're choosing to depress your larynx and that's a stylistic choice, that's absolutely fine. Just be aware not to sing like that all the time. It's good to try and sing with a neutral larynx at times. Also, it's very breathy, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very, very breathy, which again could be a stylistic choice, but what's happening is that sometimes, particularly towards the end of the song, your pitch slightly then falls off, and that's because you're letting too much air through the larynx. Okay, so breathiness and depressed larynx is fine. Don't do it all the time, just choose to do it for a certain type of song, and also if you're going to do it, be very aware of your pitching. Okay.
Tongue as well.
Yeah, you can practice. So in order to get that larynx back up, you can practice your exercises with your tongue out. Or you can do the stretches through. So push your tongue forward like that. Or just doing a ah with your tongue out. My singing teacher used to make me hold my tongue, but my tongue's quite short. I used to find that really icky to touch my tongue. But if you practice like that, it helps to bring the tongue root up. It brings the larynx up to a more neutral position. So if you particularly have a very deep set voice when you're singing and you're wanting to get a cleaner sound, a more neutral larynx, then that's something that you can do. Oh, my arm is hurting. Oh, swap arms, there we go. So, is there anything else you wanted to say on that one? No, that was everything. Yeah. But otherwise, lovely. I mean, very, very sexy video.
Great.
Yeah, very lovely video. Very, what's the like Art Nouveau? What? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's very stylish. Okay. Good. Lovely, beautiful. So thank you very much, dear Driddy. I'm so sorry, my pronunciation of people's names is dreadful. I do apologise. I'm dyslexic. I just use that as an excuse for everything. So Day and Delirium is the next one we're going to hear. Is it? Yes, it is. Dre and Delirium has said, so he does a lot of singing. He feels that potentially he may go nasal when he's starting off his belt, and he wonders if he's a little bit pitchy sometimes. So let's have a listen and see what we think.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many other boys, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans, and my father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase in the trunk, and the only time that he's satisfied is when he's on a trunk.
Okay, thank you. So that's Day and Delirium. Delirium. Okay, let me get you back on. Hello. So obviously you're a bit shy, didn't want to show your full face, but thank you for sending that through. Now, I think Mark and I both agreed when we first heard it, we were like, wow,
Yeah.
you've got a good voice. You have a good voice. So please, if you're in need of that extra bit of a confidence boost, rest assured that you have great tone. You obviously have a certain technical level. You're doing some really nice slides there. Always do be careful with slides though. I mean, sliding is great, it sounds great, but make sure you also are practicing, because I think you're saying you're part of some sort of youth choir or musical theatre group. Be careful, don't slide everything, don't get used to sliding everything. So practice being clean with your intervals as well as sliding between intervals. Sliding is a stylistic choice. Yes. But it sounds great and it really suits that song. In terms of the nasality that you feel you're experiencing when you start your belt, I don't think it's a problem. If I was listening to you without you saying anything about nasality, I wouldn't have picked it up. The thing is, when you're belting high, there is an element of mix, so you are mixing into a twang, and that's necessary for high belt if you're doing it nice and safely. So that's where you're experiencing a nasality. It's not a bad nasality, it's what is necessary, that nasal resonance, the twang that's necessary to get the higher belt strength. So don't worry about that. The other thing you asked was, go on.
Just say, if you want to check whether you're actually being nasal, there's the old test. If you do
Pinch
this,
the nose.
if you do this while you're singing and it changes the sound, then it means that the sound is coming out your nose.
Da 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 da. If it doesn't change, then you're not nasal. If you're doing da 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 da, you can feel a complete difference. If you are coming down the nose, then that nose pinch does tell you exactly. You asked about pitchiness. You are a little bit pitchy on the ends of some of your phrases. I would suggest potentially singing a cappella doesn't help when you're trying to sing exactly on pitch. But I guess a little bit of ear training and just constant vocal exercise. So when I was at the academy, I know I keep harking back to my days at the academy.
Throwback
When I was at band camp, that's probably an old reference now, right?
Yeah, they're not going to get that.
When I was at the academy and I was making that big transition from being a semitone flat with everything I sung to being a professional singer, it was a transition of a year, and over the year I sang singing exercises every single day, at least 15 minutes, at least every single day, and then on top of that I was singing my songs and doing my performances and everything else. But my focused exercises, 15 minutes every day, 5 days a week, and that made such a difference to my overall voice. So my advice, in order to just fix that little bit of pitchiness, is regular practice and ear training. Okay? Great, so we have one more person to see. Let's just have a quick look. What vocal classification are you, Anna? I'm a mezzo-soprano. And you can help me with this one actually. Vocal classification. I would say that vocal classifications are it's about where your breaks are. Would you agree with that? So a lot of people think that what vocal type you are, whether you're a bass, a tenor, an alto, mezzo, soprano, it's about how high or how low you can sing, but not necessarily, because some people can sing an entire range. And in fact, I can sing very, very low, and I can also sing up to a top C, and actually I can hit a top E. But that doesn't mean because I can sing high I'm a soprano. The voice classification comes from where the warmth of your voice is, so where the nicest resonance is, and where your break is. And for me, my break and my warmth sits more in a mezzo range. So there you go. And people get hung up about what voice type they are. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, Danny,
Bye,
you've got to
Danny.
go. Bye. Danny's been giving some great comments over here on YouTube. Annetta has sent through a video for us to look at. Annetta, you'll have to wait for the next giveaway, I'm afraid. So just make sure you've subscribed on YouTube and press the notification button, and then next time we do a giveaway, it will let you know, and you can come and join in.
Hi, Raymond.
Hi. I'm really enjoying all your lessons. Back to singing at 60 years
Ah,
old.
fab.
Boom. So you can enjoy singing at any age, no matter how young, how old, how young you are.
15 or 50 minutes?
15, 1-5, 1-5. And of course you have to be super careful if you're not feeling well, you're feeling tired, be careful. I would also make sure your body is warmed up. I would always do a physical warm up every morning, and then I do my vocal warm up. So don't be singing on a cold voice, and don't be singing when you're sick. I do actually have a video with lots of advice if you're ever ill, what to do with your singing, how to know whether your voice is actually going to be affected or not. Okay, all right, I think it's time for the last one, and then I need to get Mark back on the piano and making some more stuff for you guys. All right, so the last person we're going to see is, let me get it up here. How do we say this? Duarte
Papel?
Duarte.
Or the Origami Man.
The
So
Origami
That's his
Man.
artist name.
The Origami Man. The channel name is Duarte. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Duarte Papel. He's singing.
Jeremy by Paul Jam.
Okay, cool. So let's have a listen to this. Okay, and that is, so you can see it for yourself. Focus. Duarte Papel. Fabulous. That was the last of the students that we're giving feedback to today. So you've asked us, Origami Man, you have asked us, do you belt too much? So you feel potentially that you belt a little bit too much and you sing for about 40 minutes before you get vocal fatigue. You want to sing longer gigs. When you're doing gigs, you're singing between 1 and 2 hours. And you wonder how you can vocally cope doing that if your voice is getting tired after 40 minutes. Do you belt too much? I mean, firstly, Mark and I had the exact same reaction when we watched your video. We were like,
Love it.
Love it. Great. You've got a great voice, and you've also got really, like, the video setup is really nice. We really enjoyed watching it. You've got a really nice stage presence, so I can imagine you on a stage doing a gig. The vocal fatigue, so it's one of those things you just have to kind of work through. So I've done gigs. I've sang in bands, I've sang in pubs, and I know that feeling. And the problem is that even if you've rehearsed lots and you've got great vocal stamina, when you get on stage, you've got the added problem of being nervous. You get adrenaline and you push even harder. And so that vocal fatigue will kick in even more when you're in front of a live audience, because adrenaline dehydrates you as well. So there are a few things that you can do. The first thing, if you're going to be doing a gig, and this is important for any of you who perform live, make sure you've slept a lot and very well in the nights running up to your gig. I can't
Stress that.
Stress, that's it. I can't stress that point enough. Good rest. This is vocal rest as well as actually physically sleeping. So physical, actual rest, and vocal rest. So don't be going out, drinking, going to parties, speaking loudly over people in busy bars in the nights running up to it. If you don't have the stamina in place, then doing that's just not going to help you. So get some good rest a few days before. And then hydration. Hydration is a huge key to being able to get through a gig. Not just beforehand. Remember, it takes 4 hours from drinking water for it to go through and hydrate all your muscles from the inside, because when you drink water, it doesn't actually go anywhere near your vocal folds. Of course, because your vocal folds are protecting your lungs, and you don't want water going into your lungs. So when you drink water, you're not lubricating your voice. What you have to do is let that water go right through your system and hydrate your voice from the inside. So drink water a good 4 hours before your gig. Then when you're doing a gig, you need to be constantly drinking water throughout. I know some really cool, like, rock guys will be on stage with their pints of beer or whatever it is, but that's really not helpful. It's very, very bad for the vocal health. So avoid alcohol.
Fill a beer bottle with water if you have
Then
to.
then you look cool.
Yeah. Shots of water.
Yeah, so you have to be sensible about these things if you want a long-term healthy voice. Hydrate. Warm up. Now, I've been guilty of this. You get to a professional gig and you're just gonna throw yourself into it. You're too busy chatting on the phone or doing Snapchat or whatever it is you're doing. But actually a good vocal warm-up is really, really important. And then once you've done a gig, I always find that when I do an actual gig, like in bars and things, I'm so hoarse, I can barely talk at the end of it. So it's important then you still warm down, and a warm down can be as quick and simple as just doing like moos. Moo, moo. And then trying to find that vocal creak, which is so just doing a little bit of that, just a little bit of vocal massage before you go to sleep after your gig. If you're finding that you're getting too tense, you can try to concentrate more on your breathing. So making sure that your breath is dropping down and trying to put that tension, I don't like to use the word tension, but trying to put that active muscle control into your abs rather than using everything else to sing. But otherwise it didn't sound too tense for me. It sounded great. So let us know when you book your first gig, let us know how it goes, and best of luck with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, I've been talking loads and you're just
No,
standing here with your amazing shirt.
Thank you.
Just being happy.
Just looking, yeah.
Do you agree with everything I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I worked with a singer who, same sort of things, that he had his vocal fatigue while gigging, and he sent me some recordings, sort of studio stuff, and I couldn't hear anything wrong with his singing at all. And then he sent me live performances, and he was wrecking his voice.
Yeah.
So just be careful that when you're in a studio, you behave differently to how you do on stage.
Yeah, it's that nerves. I find it in auditions, so I'll practice an audition piece lots and lots and feel absolutely confident with the song. And then as soon as I get into the audition room, I suddenly start belting where I hadn't planned to belt. No, I'm not hitting on Mark. Mark is a very good friend. We've known each other for over 10 years. He's married with children, so I'm not hitting on him, I promise. Yeah, so nerves can do very strange things. So preparation and vocal, mental clarity. Mental clarity. If you're going into a nervous environment, just take a moment, take a deep breath, and think physically what you're going to be doing. You're not going to be belting, you're not going to be squeezing. Think breath down, however you've set up your vocals for that song. Just try to remember that and not let the nerves get you carried away.
Practice. Get it in your muscle memory.
Here we go. I've got the question. I keep getting told off by singing teachers singing female-male songs in a female higher octave. They tell me I shouldn't because I'm a man. Is that bad that I have a weirdly high voice for a man? No. Do you like singing high? Do you enjoy what you're doing? I mean, I don't know. I guess it's good to exercise if you're exercising. If you're exercising your entire range, if you're trying to improve your voice overall, it's good to sing all the way through. But there is, if someone tells you you shouldn't do that, if you're enjoying something and they're saying you shouldn't do that, if the reason you shouldn't do that is because it's vocally damaging, then fine, that's one thing. But if they're saying you shouldn't because you're a man, I mean, come on. What day are we living in?
Exactly.
You know? If you love doing it, then just do what you love doing. And just, you know, I always say ask for forgiveness, not for permission. So do it first.
Nice.
And then say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise. Rather than saying, can I do it, please? Okay. Okay, so what's this? Will lip rolls help in increasing vocal range? Will lip rolls... Okay, so you're desperate to get your question across. Lip rolls as in...
It helps in the practice of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing scales on that, lip rolls really irritate my face. So I can only do a few of them. So I can't imagine myself doing full range exercises, doing we call it trills. So lip trills. So even that gets me itching. Not really. I mean, lip trills are there to try and relax the muscles of your face, to get your lips a bit loose. It can help in other things too, but I wouldn't say specifically that those exercises are good for range. It's what's happening in the voice that's good for range. Trilling your lips doesn't really make a difference to that. I hope that answers your question. Okay, we're going to just take a few more comments and then we're going to go. What time do you have to go, Mark? Please don't say 4:30.
4:30.
Oh no, do you really have to go at 4:30? What time do you have to go?
4:35 maybe.
Oh really?
No, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
But it's time.
Okay, so if you have any last minute questions or comments, we can take them now.
Which exercises are best for range?
Well, which day did we do that was a range exercise day?
Two.
Okay, I'm just going to say
Range
this now.
extension?
So everyone who's watching this now, one of you many months ago asked us specifically for vocal exercises for every day of the week. Because I think I had at the time 2 different exercise videos. One was the main exercise video for an awesome voice, and the second was an alternative. So one of you said, I'm getting bored of these same exercises. Can you do one set for every day of the week? And we thought, what a great idea. So we've spent a lot of time putting together a weekly singing program. This means you take the whole program, 7 videos, you do one each day of the week. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, but you do a different video every day for the whole 7 days. Then when you get to the end of the 7 days, you start again and you do it again. And then you start again. And what this will do is cover vocal range in your head voice. It will cover belting. It covers riffs and vocal accuracy. It covers ear training and harmonizing. It covers, we did harmonies as a separate one, didn't we? Harmonies is a separate one. It covers jumping intervals, so vocal accuracy. It covers, what was that? Did we do? What was the last one we just... Oh, that was ear training.
Day 7 was...
Oh, so we can't tell you what day 7 is because that's a surprise. But basically it covers a big range of vocal techniques so that you get a full all-round vocal exercise each week. So go and make the most of those is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you want to improve your range.
Okay, so before you go, I just want to ask, can you try and clarify the difference between head voice and falsetto? The main difference is
for a male
breath.
Yeah,
it's very close, but it's breath, isn't it? It's just a little bit of air.
The technical for falsetto is there's no your vocal folds don't come together at all for falsetto. They're completely open. Yeah. Whereas head voice, you have got vocal fold closure.
Fold.
That's the vocal fold closure. I'm trying to say. So that's the technical answer.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Well, again, all this technical stuff people worry about a lot. The difference in sound is just a more slightly breathy. So in a head voice, I mean, it's hard because I'm a girl, so it's hard for me to demonstrate what it's like. And Mark plays the piano; he doesn't really sing. It's a tilted sound. So thinking of the like crying puppy. So it's tilted folds, but the folds are coming together. So it's a clean sound. Falsetto is more open, a lot more breath is escaping. It's a very weak sound. Again, it's hard. We actually have a video that's all about male falsetto, and that was with Nick Chiappetta. Am I saying that right? Chiappetta. I always say his name wrong. Go and check that out. That wasn't that long ago, so go and have a look at that video and those exercises, and that will give you all the help you need with falsetto. If your voice is damaged, can it be fixed? It really depends how much damage you've got, basically. In some cases, like the lovely Julie Andrews, she had nodules, it was nodules, wasn't it? Which is hard skin on the vocal folds, and they were removed, and unfortunately the operation went wrong, didn't it?
Lasered through a vocal fold.
Messed up her voice for good, although she did continue to sing afterwards, so it depends on what stage you're at and what exact damage you're dealing with, so it's hard to give an answer to that. I sing, but friends tell me I sound like I just talk. Is it a problem with tone? It's probably that you're using your speech voice and not sustaining notes. So if I was to speak as I'm speaking now and then wanted to take it into song but in a speech voice quality, I would just elongate the notes, and that would be the difference between speaking and singing, is elongated, and then obviously a tilted sound would make it sound more like singing. Anna, are you more Disney type songs or pop hit songs? Definitely more Disney. Definitely more Disney.
Disney princess.
I grew up on Disney. I think that's kind of influenced the way I learned to sing. So if you're just joining us, this is all about feedback, but we've finished the feedback, I'm afraid. So you have to scroll back to see the feedback. And we've got lovely Emma here. Hi, Emma. Emma used to teach with me a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, we're not that old. When I used to teach, did I teach? No, I taught dance, I think, at that school. Any more comments before we go? I can only do a low voice. Is this a problem? No. It's not. There are plenty of songs that stay within a small range, or plenty of songs for lower voices. Is that Brooke, a girl? If you're a girl, it's an alto. If you're a boy, then that would be bass songs. And there's some great songs in alto and great songs in bass voices. There is never anything wrong with the way you sing. Like if you are a pop singer or an opera singer, if you like singing high as a boy, if you only sing low as a girl, this is not a bad thing. It's how you sing, it's what you enjoy. So please don't let anyone ever tell you can't do it or that it's bad. Okay, so I think that's enough motivation, inspiration for one day. We have to go and do a few more lessons. So remember, we are on Instagram and Facebook, where we're trying to communicate with you on a more regular basis. So do come and join us. Also, make sure you have subscribed to this channel and press the notification button. We will be bringing out day 7 of the weekly singing program on Monday, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget to check out the Audition Pianist playlist, where we're providing backing tracks for you. And if you have a backing track that you really want to hear on the piano, then tell us and we'll record it for you. That's what we're here for, all about you guys. So all the links for everything is going to be in the description of this video in just a few moments, so check those out. All right guys, take care, lots of love, happy singing, and goodbye.